Kai's in Kingston. Hi, Kai.
Hello.
Hi. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so I'm 16 now, and I'm trans, female to male, and I've been Kai, he, him for 3-4 years now, and I literally just in the past month went through the process of changing my passport and all my legal documents.
Wow. So you have been living with this for a long time, Kai. If it's been 3 or 4 years up until this point, that's a decent chunk of your life.
Yeah, so I actually went on the waiting list for the NHS to get hormones at the age of 11.
Wow.
And I've just gone through their service and I'm still waiting. So that's obviously a whole different topic. But with the whole legal stuff, I've been able to change everything with a psychologist's letter of a diagnosis of gender dysphoria, proof that I've been living in my name and gender for 6 months. The government website was very good. I think that changing my sex, my name on my passport was a good service, and I think it's the right at the age of 16. Obviously, the issue is now with getting a gender recognition certificate is at the age of 18, and I think that's the only thing I need now, and I still have to wait an extra 2 years, which is for me very hard because my old name is still going to come up on my birth certificate. Some legal documents cannot be changed without a gender recognition certificate, and I think that it should be for people like me be allowed to change that at the age of 16.
How would you describe, Kai, what it's like to believe, to know that you were born in the wrong body?
Torturous, to be honest. I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. I don't think anybody who's cisgender, so who stayed in their birth sex, their gender, I don't think anyone can comprehend it if you're not trans. Like, it's a feeling that is just not comprehensible. Living with it since puberty has been the hardest thing, obviously, because your mind does not match your body, and it's like impossible to think about. And it's just been such a long journey trying to change my body.
I'm sure, and incredibly stressful, and as you say, traumatic for you. I don't know whether they might be listening, Kai, but how have you found it with your mum and dad about this?
My mum and dad were very supportive. They both listened to me at a young age. It was hard for them to understand, obviously, because they grew up with a daughter and wanted a daughter, and then suddenly their daughter becomes a son. So I think it's hard for parents also. But at the age of 16, like, a child has gone through a lot. I've been through my GCSEs, I'm starting my A-levels, meeting new people. It's very hard to live a life and try to be trans and not have my old name pop up, which is like my worst nightmare.
And when it comes to viewing yourself, do you see yourself as a trans man, or you will one day be a trans man once you go past the age of 18? Or do you see yourself as both legally and biologically a man?
That's a very difficult question because obviously I can't change my birth sex. I was born female, but I do everything I can to present myself as male. So I identify as male, he, him. I change my name to a more masculine name. So I would, if someone asked me on any document now that it is legal, I am a man, I wouldn't say I'm a trans man because I want to be seen as I was born a male. And then obviously I would tell my close friends that I am trans. Like, that is sort of my situation at the moment, because it's obvious that I think for some people that I'm not on any hormones, so I can't hide it forever, but I would say that I'm just a man.
If, Kai, someone were to say to you that biologically there is no evidence of people biologically changing their sex, and I totally appreciate that how you feel and how you wish to express yourself and the legal changes that you're going through are important for you in being able to express who you are. Would you accept that, or would you consider that view to be transphobic?
I think there's a fine line, and I think that people need to understand the difference between sex and gender.
Yeah.
Your sex cannot change. It's your birth sex, it's your genitals, and people confuse that with gender because gender is a social, it's
Absolutely
like a spectrum.
Right. Absolutely right.
And sex is not a spectrum. You get female, intersex, and male, and you do get some in between, but it's a lot more binary than gender. Gender is like it's all over the place. It's how you dress, it's how you speak, it's how you present yourself. And so people don't know that, and people don't have the knowledge, which is not their fault. And if you don't have that sort of education, you are more prone to not understanding, which then could be interpreted as transphobic. I guess it just depends.
But I can certainly see, and I understand the anger that there is and the worry that there is, particularly from women, about the idea of men saying, no, I am biologically a woman now. And in your description, Kai, which I just absolutely take my hat off to you because I think is absolutely right, what you're describing is how you present your gender, and you want to be a male in how you present yourself, and that's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that, and I totally agree that gender is fluid. But as you said, sex isn't.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on respect. Like, if you have a problem, you talk to the trans person and see their views. I've never gotten into a situation at this age where, if with my sex has been a problem, if I've ever had to be in a changing room or a toilet, I will let like an adult know if I'm in that sort of situation. And I know as adults in public toilets, and obviously if, as you said, with women, if a male suddenly says they're biologically female, like that is an issue, but I just don't think that situation pops up often. And if it does, it needs to be dealt with.
Well, listen,
seriously.
Kai, I wish you all the best. You sound fantastic. You have absolutely got your head screwed on. Must have been incredibly difficult for you over the last few years, and I wish you all the best. I really do. Thank you so much for your call.